Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. In this video, we're gonna be talking about AIs and machine learning. Firstly, what is an AI? An AI is an artificial intelligence, meaning that it is an intelligent thing that has been created by us, programmed by us in code. An artificial intelligence has two types. Firstly, it can be rule-based. This means that it always will follow the same rules. It will never change. For example, let us say I code an AI to go after a bouncy ball, say. Now, this AI is a rule-based AI. I'm going to draw it as this because the AI will only hunt bouncy balls and it will never change. It will never think about how to stalk bouncy balls and it will never try to evolve in order to complete its goal. It's just see bouncy ball, go after bouncy ball. A different type of AI is data-driven AI. This is what most people mean when they think about AI. A data-driven AI isn't like this fella here because he will learn. Let us say, again, the same goal, trying to catch a bouncy ball. Instead of just straight up going after the bouncy ball, which may bounce away and all sorts of stuff might happen, he will learn. At the beginning, he will go and at the bouncy ball and just catch it. However, over time, he will learn strategies to catch it and to catch it quickly. For example, he may stalk the bouncy ball, look in a general area, corner the bouncy ball, then catch it. That is the difference between data-driven and rule-based. The rule-based AI will only just do what is in its programming. A data-driven AI will learn over time based on the data to try and maximize its outcome and get the best result depending on what the coder has designed from it. This data-driven AI is an example of a machine learning. Machine learning is a process when an AI or machine learns. Pretty self-explanatory. I'm not going to be talking too much about machine learning. Instead, I'm more interested in a topic called deep learning. Deep learning is the most successful approach to machine learning so far. In this approach, AI is decided to mimic the human brain. Basically, the way our human brain works is that we have lots of neurons. Ignore my bad drawing of a neuron. And these neurons are connected by synapses. Basically, some neurons which receive an input from the environment. There are some neurons who do a lot of computations based on that thing. And there are some neurons which give an output, which is basically what to do. For example, let us say you see a very delicious pizza in front of you. Okay? The input neurons from your eyes, your nose, the eye will show a picture of the pizza along with some other stuff maybe, and the nose will give you the smell of the pizza. Then the hidden layers will determine how good the pizza is from the visual data, whether it is a pizza, whether the pizza will be delicious, and if they've decided it's delicious, then the output neurons will go over to the pizza, make your muscles move, and then open your mouth and eat the pizza. Or maybe you don't like pizza, so you leave it away. That's for your output neurons to decide. AI scientists decided that they would make an AI that mimics this. This is called deep learning. Similarly, the AI has some input neurons. For example, if we're wanting to make a rock, paper, scissors AI, maybe the input would be what the opponent has played before in the previous matches, and maybe a constant factor. Then there'd be some hidden layers of neurons. And these would just do all the computations. Therefore, thinking logically, which is the most likely outcome to get what is best, and which outcome to play in order to win the rock, paper, scissors game. And finally, there's the output neuron. I'm drawing only one, that's rock, paper, scissors. And this, depending on all the data, on the input neurons, all the hidden neurons, will decide what to play, rock, paper, or scissors. And that is how a deep learning AI works. However, you might ask how these AIs will train. Well, the idea is that each AI has a weight, like each connection has a weight on all these nodes. And the idea is that for each node, we take the weights and then we multiply them with the input values of the nodes before them. For example, if this input value was 1, this was 0, and these weights were both 0.5, then the in total value of this node would be 1 times 0.5, 0.5, plus 0 times 0.5, which is 0. Therefore, this node would have 0.05, and then its value would be used in other nodes. Now, the way that AIs learn is that over time, they change these weights. Maybe the weights increase, maybe they decrease, maybe they change in some random way that we don't know about. And the way these learn is through a reward function. For example, in this case, for the rock, paper, scissors AI, the goal would be to win every game. So that's the reward function. Maybe if you win, you get 1 point, and if you lose 1 point. And the goal is to maximize points. And then, usually, there are many copies of the AI. And then after one iteration has happened, usually, since the AI is starting out, it will lose. So this is rock, paper, scissors, so maybe not, but most of the time it will lose. However, there will be some that did better before losing, or maybe even won. Then, all these AIs will undergo random mutations. Now, the ones that completely failed will not get any mutations. In fact, they'll just be deleted. However, the very best AIs will be kept around. And then from all the AIs, some copies of them will be taken. And through those copies, some mutations will be done. Through these mutations, eventually, the AI will get some lucky mutations. And once the AI gets mutations, the mutations are either good or bad. If they're bad, the AI dies. If they're good, the AI proliferates. This process repeats until, eventually, we have a very capable AI who can beat everyone at rock, paper, scissors. Okay, so that's how an AI deep learning model works. But how is this useful? Firstly, AIs are very useful as they can ascertain the structure of amino acids. This is very useful as it helps us develop cures to various diseases. For example, cancer, HIV, and overall very important diseases that are very dangerous. AIs can help us with that. It can also help, for example, make us get more food. For example, it could determine ways to, using the land we got or the crops we got, get more overall food from the crops by making them have a higher yield or something. And overall, AIs can help us. And also, there's one very special type of AI. We're very close to it. However, we're not quite there yet. It's called an artificial general intelligence. See, the problem with most AIs is that they're ridiculously good at one task. They'll never be beaten by humans in that task. But that's only one task. In every other task, they are completely useless. For example, Stockfish. Stockfish is a very strong chess AI that can beat any grandmaster in the world, even if down a rook. However, even if you challenge a toddler to it in a Go game, or maybe in a Scrabble game, it will not be able to play a move because it doesn't even know what Scrabble or Go or checker is. And therefore, this Stockfish is called an ANI, an artificial narrow intelligence. An AGI, not only is it better than everyone in a field, it's better than everyone in every field. This AI would be capable of doing tasks of any type. It would be able to do literally anything, and 99% certainly, it will do that anything better than anyone else on the planet. And the creation of an AGI is dangerous. Because remember how I said every field? That field includes making stronger and better AIs, which means they're gonna generate more AGIs, which means a little bit of an escalation will start happening, and very quickly we'll get AIs who are 1 billion times smarter than all the people on Earth combined. And as for why people think AIs are dangerous, if one of these super intelligent, super omnipotent AIs decided to turn against us and decided that we were in the way, or even worse, was malevolent and decided to kill us, there's absolutely nothing we could do. Any secret plan that we could think of to destroy it, it would already have fought off earlier. and put in safeguards. Every single smart outbreak we tried against it through pure powerhouse, it already have probably gotten the intelligence to make a series of guerrilla attacks that would completely wipe out the human race. It could cause a poison the water supply, it could create robots and murder people, it could do all sorts of things. And that is why people are so scared about AIs taking over the world. However, AIs are still going to be very useful in general. What we need to do is find a way to make AIs benevolent, to make AIs decide that they want to help us. This is very difficult, but if we do this, we may have a very long and a very happy future. That's the end of this video.